Alright, today we're making Hungarian potatoes. This is by request from a pretty little squirrel down in North Carolina. We're going to be using yellow potatoes, eggs. Since it's Hungarian, of course it's going to have sour cream in it. Same with the onions. I'm going to use a couple of onions, some cheese, and some kind of protein. I haven't really decided on what yet. I know bacon definitely works, but I want to try that sausage out, so we're going to try that as well. We're also going to use salt, pepper, and Hungarian paprika, but for this one you don't have to use Hungarian, I just recommend it. I might throw some marjoram in there too. Shits and giggles. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take those potatoes and we're going to throw them in boiling water. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh fuck. Oh God. Step one, you got to boil the potatoes. Where the fuck? Oh wait, here we go. Potatoes, nice and rinsed. Throw them into some boiling water. Jesus Christ. Water. And just dump a fuck ton of salt in that water too. Fucking hot. And fuck you. Alright, there we go. Boil those for like a half hour, man. Bitches love boiled potatoes. While those fuckers are boiling, we're going to take the opportunity to turn on the oven and preheat that little fucker to about 375 to 400 degrees. Since I can't see it clearly, it's going to be whatever the fuck that's settled on. And we're also going to take all the fucking pots and pans out of the oven that we forgot about last time. So you might ask yourself, how fucking long are we boiling these potatoes for? Well, the answer is until they're done. How do we know when they're done? We take a fork and we stab it. Stab the shit out of it. Make it your bitch. Fuck. If it kind of feels like crunchy when you put a fork through it, it ain't done. That's where the saying comes from. Stick a fork in it, it's done. Well, you stick a fork in it, see if it's fucking done. While the potatoes are doing this thing, we're going to get the eggs ready. Just going to boil them. How you boil eggs? You take some water, put it on the fucking stove. You take some eggs, put it in the fucking water, and you crack them. Shit. Better not be fucking cracked, I swear to God. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, fuck it, let's do all of them, 7, 8, 9. You just let them be. The water's going to come up to a boil eventually. If you heat them up like this, you don't get that nasty green line around the yolk. If you throw them into boiling water, that's what gets you that green line. But we're just going to do it like this, and we're going to let them boil. And I'll tell you what time it requires to boil as soon as I'm done Googling how long it takes to boil a goddamn egg. So apparently it's 14 minutes for perfectly hard-boiled eggs, and one of my eggs exploded, which is awesome. But the potatoes aren't done yet, so I have to add more fucking water. There we go. You know what? Just because I'm feeling generous, take some. Which one of you assholes is the one causing all the goddamn trouble? Let me see what we got in here. So, the egg collection device. This motherfucker. And this motherfucker. You know what? You guys are already having fun. Fuck it. Back in you go. Oh shit. And now all those motherfuckers too. When those things are doing this thing, we're going to get ready to cook all the proteins up. And take the pan. Get it up to about medium heat. Throw some fucking bacon in there. Throw some more fucking bacon in there. Move that shit around. And throw some more shit in there. There we go. And we're just going to let those get about medium wellness. Anything beyond that is going to get too crunchy, it's going to fuck up the meal. So what we're trying to do is, like I said, medium wellness when they're still flopping around but they're cooked. Oh, we're going to add some pepper to it too, because fucking YOLO. If you're going to have bacon, you may as well have fucking pepper bacon. There you go. Yeah, you know you like that. Your little bacon. So while we're doing that shit with the bacon, we also gotta get some onions ready. God damn it, dog, what the fuck are you? Hey, don't eat the onion! God. Anyway. Cut them in half, cut them in quarters. Once you got the quarters going, cut them into nice thin slices like that. There you go. I'm gonna go through the entire fucking onion. And it'll add a nice flavor to it, because this is only part of the step. Weird part about this dish is every time you add something to it, you got to do some shit with whatever you're adding before you add it to the dish proper. So again, cut the onion in half. What the fuck are you eating? Stop eating the onion. It's gonna kill you. It's like chocolate. Life is like a box of chocolates. It'll kill your dog. So I'm gonna do this with 2 onions, and once I do that, I'll show you what I do with them next. Alright, so the bacon is about fucking done. It'll be done even faster when I find my tongs. There we go. So I just kept flipping them over medium heat. Got a little brown on them, but they're still squiggly. Throw them over some paper towel. Let them drain. We're going to do 4 more things of bacon on here. Fuck. There we go. Dog is extremely excited about the entire bacon situation at the moment, which is normal. Nope, he left. That means he grabbed something. Shit. Alright, so we're going to save all those bacon juices too, because that's what the onion's going to go into once the bacon's done. Three, 4. There we go. Spread them out a bit. And 8 slices of bacon is going to get you quite a bit of grease to fry the onions up in, so it's going to be real good. Pepper, of course, got to have pepper. While this is doing its thing, and the other half one, I got to turn this off. I'm going to start skinning the potatoes, and to skin the potatoes, I'm going to need the shit in the dishwasher. There we go. Christ. Steam, can't see shit. Alright. Got this little guy. And those are too hot to handle. Fuck, 1 second. I got an idea. Num num num. Potatoes, once they're boiled, the skin should slop off. Which is what it's doing, it's just peeling right off, so life's easy. These are fingerling potatoes from something unrelated. So you need 2 bowls, one to put the potatoes in, one to put the skin in, and you just skin all of them, which, to be quite honest, sucks ass, but it takes a while, but it's worth it. Alright, bacon's done, bacon grease is in the pan, onions go in the bacon grease. And we need a wooden spoon or something to stir that shit with. What you want to do is you want to stir them up real fast. That way they get a chance to absorb all that bacon grease inside. And all those black flecks you see is just part of the bacon that burned to the pan. It won't affect the flavor any. That and it's pepper too, which is what's supposed to go into the dish. So we're going to leave this cooking over medium heat till the onions get caramelized. Meanwhile, I'm going to go back to peeling potatoes, because the recipe said this is like a half-hour prep time, and the recipe is full of fucking shit. So while the onions are doing their thing, we're going to start fucking with the bacon. Watch on. I just cleaned the cutting board, so don't freak out if you see me using it over and over again for different shit. I clean it in between uses. Take all the bacon, and slice it up. There we go. Not too crunchy, not too chewy. We're going to make bacon bits out of this whole mess. So, just keep fucking going along it. one of the reasons we don't bake, or we don't cook the bacon until it's crispy. Because if it gets crispy, it's not going to have a lot of fat in it. And we actually want the fat in the dish to get that flavor through all the layers, which we haven't even fucking gotten to yet. That's going to be an exciting adventure that we're going to journey to. So, fuck out of here, Bull, you're ruining my shot. Ready for my close-up, Mr. Spielberg? Go. Oh no, I dropped a piece of bacon. I wonder who will eat it. There it is. Alright. See how nice and fucking chopped that is? I don't want to go too crazy, but about medium crazy is good. Like functional autistic crazy. That's what we're going for. There we are. We're going to put those in a bowl. We're going to dump all the water out of that we just cleaned. Oh man, that dog is hoping right now. There we go. The bacon's in the bowl. Set that one. There it goes. It's awesome having a dog, man. I haven't had to wash this floor in like a year. He just takes care of everything. William, come say hi. Come say hi. No? Well, fuck you too. Here. How about for you? Will you do it for a Scooby snack? Yeah, he'll do it for a Scooby snack. Bacon's chopped up. Cutting board is clean. Time to get started on the eggs. It doesn't matter if they're all peeled up. It's in fact kind of better because it means I don't have to deal with the bullshit of peeling them. What we're going to do is we're going to chop them up just like we chopped up the bacon. Alright, where's the fucking knob on this one? Okay. There we go. It's a trick to peeling hard-boiled eggs, just crush the shit out of it. Stir the onions so they don't burn. They're getting nice and caramelized. See? There we go. Where the hell? Okay. And there we go. Yeah, look at that. You know you like that. I know I like it. There you go. So I'm going to peel and chop all the eggs up. Alright, we got all the eggs. And also, word of advice, if you ever feed a Jack Russell Terrier an egg, make sure you throw it on the ground and step back. This little fucker almost ate my hand. So, I don't know what the most efficient way of doing this, so we're just going to cut them in half. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to fucking lose my goddamn hand on it. There we go. Just like the bacon. Just slice it into chunks. And I have overloaded my cutting board. My dog is extremely excited about this whole situation. Fuck up. You want to mix the yellows in with the whites because it's kind of like a seasoning almost in the dish. We'll add a layer of kind of like a well, when it mixes in with the sour cream, it's really fucking good. So I don't know what flavor that is, but it tastes good. Here we go. And just as a friendly reminder, it's a fine line between caramelized onions and burnt to shit onions, and we are skating right alongside it. Sweet. Alright, next time you see me, I'll be putting together the dish. And I do mean dish, because I need to get a dish. Time for Operation Fuck Shit Up. Take a potato. Find the knife you didn't clean. There we go. You may remember this knife from such hits as chopping up the bacon, slicing up the eggs. Now he's bringing you cutting into potatoes. So we're going to want to do like 1/4-inch slices. But I overcooked the potatoes, so the slices are falling apart. Well, this is turning into a shit show. Fuck it. No, this knife is too wide. So, I'm just lining the bottom of the pan with potato guts right now, because that's all that's left. So I overcooked the potatoes by about a good 10 minutes. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna do the rest of it off camera because I am very self-conscious when it comes to my potato adventures. Just like that. So, just fill in all the little nooks and crannies with your potato. Eat some potato in front of the dog so he gets good and pissed off at you. And I'll turn it back on when the first layer's done. Layer of potatoes, being all sexy and shit. Sour cream. See, I told you we bought it for a reason. Gonna take some. Take a fucking scoop. Just fucking dollop that shit on there, just like that. In the four corners. Mush it around a bit. Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh yeah. It's like a bukkake flavor. Isn't that right, Doug? Yes. Sorry, he's distracting me lately. In his defense, he's cute. In my defense, I have a short attention span. There we go. So we got a layer of sour cream. Make that eggy rain. Just like that. And that's why we chopped it up so fine. Now, if you're wondering what this tastes like why the fuck would somebody add extra potatoes, shit like that, just keep in mind that this is what breakfast burritos are made out of, so it's fine. Actually, come to think of it, all the ingredients are pretty much breakfast burrito oriented. Now we're going to put about 2 layers of this shit down there, so you want to be sparse with your protein, or sparse, I don't know, it's your language, I just speak it. Wash the hands. And where the fuck did my black pepper go? There. Black pepper. Salt is on the table. Little salt. Oh fuck, that one's still sealed. Alright, whether or not we put some of this stuff on there is directly dependent on whether or not I found one that's already open. I found one that is already open. This is Marjoram. It's kind of a sweet flavor. It's a little uniqueness to put in there. It's not overpowering in any way unless you get some super crap. And I like to add paprika to it, not because of the flavor, but because of the color. Because otherwise this is a very yellow dish. Alright, so we do that. Then we start working on layer number 2. And then we just keep going up and down. Layer of potatoes. Sour cream. So the easiest way to do the sour cream really is just put a big fucking dollop on it. Then just smush it. Try to get clever and try to do it right. It's gonna just fuck everything up. Also, it's a goddamn casserole, man. You don't have to be perfect about it. You just kind of gotta get the right idea in the right place. Close is good enough. Here we go. If I ever run for office, that'll be my motto. Close is good enough. Go, sour cream. Bacon. We're going to save a little bit of bacon. Actually, you know what? No, we're not. Fuck that. Save bacon. That's wrong with me. Next time I'm going to fry up the whole pound. Add a little more of the egg mixture. And yeah, we're just going balls deep with the hands. I do wash my hands before I do this. I recommend you do the same unless you're cooking for somebody who you don't like. In which case, you know, just use your balls and dick to put the food on there. If you do that though, you want to wait until the eggs cool down. Take my word on that one. And we're going to add another layer of spices too. Oh fuck! Guess what I forgot to add? The onion. Let's see where the hell. Shit ass bitch. Where the fuck are my tongs? Let me see the tongs. Some onions on there. Fuck it, YOLO. Ideally you want to put onions on both layers, but you know, fuck it, YOLO. Onions are fucking delicious in this. And when you serve it, it's not going to be like a cake with layers and everything. It's all going to get mushed together on the plate anyway. So We're gonna put the onions on top. Hopefully all the grease out of them will soak down through the layers. That's right, all the grease soaking down through the layers. I know, gets me moist. Here we go. So we put like enough onions on there to cover it. We're gonna finish it off with a layer of potato. And on that final layer, well, why the fuck am I telling you? I could be showing you. Salt. Pepper. Marjoram. Toothpaste. And paprika. Don't get the spicy paprika. If you do this shit with spicy paprika, you're gonna blow somebody's colon out. And you know what? Fuck it. Let's go all out. We're gonna add cheese on the top of this layer. We're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna add one more layer of potatoes. We'll go from there. So we got our last layer. This is the one we want to make pretty. Because that's the layer that the person you're serving it to is going to see. They don't need to know what kind of shit show happened underneath this layer. All they need to worry about is that this is nice and pretty. We're going to take our time with the sour cream too. You'll notice I'm adding a lot of salt to this. Potatoes, like, I don't know what it is about them. They just fucking absorb salt. So I'm not going to put the marjoram on this one. And the paprika we're going to put on top of the sour cream for color. On this one, we're going to try to not fuck up the sour cream as bad. Also, to make this, what I did is I left the sour cream out for about a half hour, well, pretty much since the potatoes started boiling. So that way it's easier to deal with, because if you try to do this from the fridge, it's going to be a goddamn nightmare. There we go. So this is going to be creamy, delicious, bacony. So all the sausages and everything I bought for this, I noticed none of them have a really good flavor that complement it. So I just used the bacon instead. I think chorizo sausage would be good for it. But the whole chorizo sausage, not the ground up stuff. And Walmart didn't have any of that, and you know. I'm looking at you, Mr. Wall. Alright, so we got a nice top on it. We're going to throw some paprika on there for color. Just like that. See? We're going to stick this sucker into the oven that we preheated in the past. Okay, oven's about 400 degrees. In it goes. And we're going to bake it for about 25 to 30 minutes until the sour cream on top gets nice and golden brown. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to start eating the sausage raw. Alright, so let's see how we're doing. Oh yeah, you see that? See how it's getting brown around the edges? That's what we're looking for. So when it starts doing that, rotate it in the oven a bit so one side doesn't burn. I'm going to use this handy dandy love glove. So that brown, that's the hotter part of my oven. We're gonna move it around like that, so hopefully it'll brown evenly, and it should be done in about 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, let's see what we got. Moved off to the side, because of course it did. Fuck, I need to. There's the other one. Ta-da! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nice and brown on top. And look at all them juices still bubbling. That's bacon grease and onions and shit. We're gonna let that sit for a while until that stops. And I'm gonna upload this video. Alright, now to serve. Gonna need a metal spatula, some kind of bowl to put it in. Or you can use a flat plate if you want, but I'm feeling kinky. Hot? No, not hot. Alright, so quick thrust. Quick thrust. Oh yeah, look at all that cheese. Try to get under it the best you can. oh, hot, warm. There you go. See all that goodness in there? Oh my God. That bacon grease is just all over the damn thing. Look at that. See, this is why I said don't worry about it. Nice layers in there. Hot mess in the bowl. Delicious hot mess in the bowl. All right, bon appetit.